politics in the United States of America. The left has gotten really left, and the right has gotten really right. Everyone's towing the line, and we're getting nowhere. Fast. This is the Rational American. The Rational American. Common sense has gone out the window, and our passion is to open eyes in hopes that people will take a rational look at what America is actually becoming. Put your feelings aside and let's get real. This is the Rational American, and this is your host, Steve Oatley.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Anyway, welcome to the show. It is Wednesday, hump day, 11:44 a.m. on the East Coast. Nobody cares what time it is on the West Coast. And we're going to kind of do this pretty fast today. Pretty fast because I got a lot of stuff to do, namely the lavatory. Forgot. But yeah, so we're going to try to make it as long as I can. And then we'll go, and then I'll end this shindig. And then I got to go back to work. Anyway, so how are you guys doing today, huh? You doing well? You doing well? It's been a crazy day thus far. You had George Santos, the Republican freshman congressman from come on, babe, I'm freaking live. Yes, dude. Yeah, yes, I am live now, dear. Sorry. You know, the wife takes precedence when I'm doing the show. Anyway. So yeah, it's been a crazy day today. A crazy day today. You have first George Santos being indicted by a federal grand jury on, I believe, 13 different counts. And so we'll start off that. A 13-count indictment was unsealed today in the United States District Court for the Eastern District of New York, charging George Anthony DeVolder Santos, better known as George Santos, a United States congressman representing the 3rd District of New York, with 7 counts of wire fraud, 3 counts of money laundering, and 1 count of theft of public funds, and 2 counts of making materially false statements to the House of Representatives. The indictment was returned yesterday under seal by a federal grand jury sitting in New York. Santos was arrested this morning and will be arraigned this afternoon before U.S. Magistrate Judge Arlene Lindsay at the federal courthouse in Central Islip, New York. Let's see. As alleged in the indictment, Santos, who was elected to Congress last November and sworn in as a U.S. representative for New York's 3rd Congressional District on January 7, 2023, engaged in multiple fraudulent schemes. The first one, they say, beginning in September of 2020 during his successful campaign for Congress, Santos operated a limited liability company, also known as Company Number One, through which he allegedly defrauded prospective political supporters. Santos enlisted a Queens-based political consultant, Person Number One, to communicate with prospective donors on Santos' behalf. Santos allegedly directed Person One to falsely tell donors, among other things, that their money could be used to help elect Santos to the House, including by purchasing television advertisements. In reliance of these statements, 2 donors, Contributor Number One and Contributor Number Two, each transferred $25,000 to Company One's bank account, which Santos controlled. As alleged in the indictment, shortly after the funds were received into Company Number One's bank account, the money was transferred into Santos' personal bank accounts, in one instance laundered through 2 of Santos' personal accounts. Santos allegedly then used much of that money on personal expenses. Among other things, Santos allegedly used the funds to make personal purchases, including designer clothing, to withdraw cash and to discharge personal debts, and to transfer money to his associates. Now they're also alleging that he had unemployment insurance fraud and that he was running a little scheme there. They say beginning in approximately February 2020, Santos was employed as regional director of a Florida-based investment firm where he earned an annual salary of approximately $120,000 per year. By late March 2020, in response to the outbreak of COVID-19 in the United States, new legislation was signed into law that provided additional federal funding to assist out-of-work Americans during the pandemic. In mid-June 2020, although he was employed and not eligible for unemployment benefits, Santos applied for government assistance through the New York State Department of Labor, which allegedly claiming falsely to have been unemployed since March 2020. From that point until April 2021, when Santos was working and receiving a salary on a near continuous basis during his first unsuccessful run for Congress, he falsely affirmed each week that he was eligible for unemployment benefits when he was not. As a result, Santos allegedly fraudulently received more than $24,000 in employment insurance benefits. And then they say he gave false statements to the House of Representatives. The indictment describes Santos' alleged efforts to mislead the House of Representatives and the public about his financial condition in connection with his 2 congressional campaigns. Santos, like all candidates in the House, had a legal duty to file with the clerk of the House of Representatives a financial disclosure statement before each election. In his House disclosure, Santos was personally required to give full and complete accounting of all his assets, income, and liabilities, among other things. He certified that his House disclosures were true, complete, and correct. However, they were not. In May 2020, in connection with his first campaign for election to the House, Santos filed 2 House disclosures in which he allegedly falsely certified that during the reporting period, his only earned income consisted of salary, commission, bonuses totaling about $55,000 from another company, company number 2, and that the only compensation exceeding $5,000 he received from a single source was an unspecified commission bonus from company number 2. In actuality, Santos allegedly overstated income he received from company number 2 and altogether failed to disclose the salary he received from investment firm number 1. In September 2022, in connection with the second campaign for election to the House, Santos filed another House disclosure in which he overstated his income and assets again. In this House disclosure, he falsely certified that during the reporting period, he had earned over $750,000 in salary from DeVolder Organization LLC, a Florida-based entity of which Santos was the sole beneficial owner. He also said that he received between $1 million and $5 million in dividends from that corporation. He had a checking account with deposits between $100,000 and $250,000, and that he had a savings account with deposits between $1 million and $5 million. As alleged in the indictment, these assertions were false. Santos had not received from the DeVolder Organization the reported amounts of salary or dividends and did not maintain checking or savings accounts with deposits in the reported amounts. Further, he allegedly failed to disclose that in 2021 he received approximately $28,000 in income from investment firm number 1 and more than $20,000 for unemployment insurance benefits. The charges in the indictment are merely accusations, blah, blah, blah. And it goes on to say, so everything we knew about Santos was true. He's a scumbag liar, just like every other single politician in DC. He just, and I saw a good tweet. It basically said what he's being accused of is not rare in the political arena. The only thing, usually it takes like a whole career of a corrupt ass politician to do the things that Santos has done. He's a trendsetter. All the things that he's done now are things that typically take years to do. But for him, and I was really pissed off they didn't get him for his dog's scandals, like the fraud, the alleged fraud having to do with dog adoptions and stealing money from veterans and stuff like that. Like, the guy is really a piece of shit, across the board. And I've maintained that from the moment I started reading about the guy, from stealing, a homeless veteran's money that was raised so his dog wouldn't die. The dog died and he stole the money and the veteran never got anything. Like, the guy is really a piece of shit. Someone said it's distractions. I don't think this is distractions. A lot of people could say, oh, they only charged him because they wanted to take the focus off of President Biden and Hunter Biden in the big press conference that was held this morning. It doesn't matter because attention wasn't on it. CNN, MSNBC, NBC News, none of them covered it live. Why? Because they don't care. I told you yesterday, and I firmly believe it, Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, whatever, they are untouchable. As much as important as it is for us to know that the politicians that we elect in office are not corrupt pieces of garbage, guess what? They're all corrupt pieces of garbage. It doesn't matter whether they're Republicans or Democrats. It doesn't matter. I hate that people are like, this Hunter Biden situation needs to be looked in. These are lefties saying that if we believe that has to be looked in, we must also look into Jared Kushner and all this stuff, as if that's some sort of correlation, because nothing's going to happen to them either. Nothing's going to happen to Donald Trump. Hunter Biden is not going to go to jail. Joe Biden's not going to go to jail. None of it fucking matters at the point. You know what does matter? The fact that America Americans are dying on city streets at record numbers, the fact that we have over 700,000 people that are waiting to illegally cross into the country, the fact that the Rio Grande Border Patrol in McAllen has ordered all of 90% of all of their Border Patrol agents to head to processing, leaving essentially one Border Patrol agent for every 50 miles of border crossing. I mean, you guys think we have a problem? Not a single person knows how bad it's going to be at our border, starting tonight. It's already there. You can look on social media right now where they've extended razor wire throughout, and people are still trying to get there, and soldiers are on our border right now trying to dispel protest or these people that are seeking asylum. It's insane. And all of this, if you want to say something is a distraction, say it's a distraction from that. Anything else is stupid. If you say George Santos was a distraction for Hunter Biden, it doesn't matter. Because nothing is going to happen to Hunter Biden. When we all get to that conclusion, it's so much easier to swallow how fucked we are as a country. And I mean that with 100% certainty. When you get to the conclusion that, okay, no matter how corrupt and crack smoking, prostitute wearing, scumbag, what kind of scumbaggery is going on in the Biden household, it doesn't matter because nothing will ever be done. Okay. And it's the same thing if it was Republicans, and nothing will ever happen. George Santos, you think he's going to do a day in jail? Fuck no, he's not going to. That's why he was able to be in Congress. That's why Kevin McCarthy and the rest of the shitheads never stood up and said, get out of here, you sleazy shithead. Nobody did it. Of course they're not going to do it because then you would have a Democrat rep in there. Are they going to expel him now? Who actually knows? It's so stupid. I hate all these people. I really do. I hate all these people. I hate all these politicians. Every single one of them, all the I listened to the press conference this morning and I'm like, okay, so yeah, you proved Hunter Biden was acting as a middleman for his dad and for the Chinese government. Great. Okay, we already knew that. We didn't know the specifics, but mainstream media is not going to cover it. That's why their press conference ended so fucking fast. Mainstream media doesn't care to cover it. You think the Washington Post or CNN or anybody are going to write in-depth articles and dig into it? You know what they should have said? They should have replaced every Biden name with a Trump name. And then have mainstream media pay attention and be like, yeah, we tricked you. Everybody that we just described was Hunter Biden, was Joe Biden's brother, was all the other Bidens that are, guilty of this shit. That's what I would have done. If I was one of these politicians, I would have just kept saying Trump, 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 Trump over and over and forcing the media to pay attention. Can you imagine if the media wrote the story as it is now and replaced Hunter Biden with Donald Trump, and just how much of a spectacle it would be in mainstream media? They would all be covering on it. They would be saying everyone's surely going to jail, all that stuff. Because it's Hunter Biden and Joe Biden, they're not even covering it. And that's why they didn't cover it. It ended as soon as the press said, what about Trump? Yeah, because these politicians are bullshit, losing sucker fucks. That's what they are. Sucker fucks. I made that word up. Maybe, I think. But that's what they are. Every single one of them in DC. Oh, you want to, are they going to end the press conference because someone says, what about Donald Trump? You cowards. Get out there and actually represent what you want to do. And I hate it. I hate it. The sports room put a comment on YouTube, which isn't good. One of my mods just, delete his comment, please. Or sports room, do that as well. You can't call for violence, even if it is rhetorical. You can't do that in the chat because you'll get my page taken down. But here's the truth. None of these politicians give a shit about you. Republicans or Democrats, okay? Kevin McCarthy is Speaker of the House, and nothing is getting accomplished, just like it always is. I was listening to a committee meeting, HR 249 or something like that. I was listening to that before. While the Democrats and Republicans are arguing about whether or not a cop or a Border Patrol agent is actually assaulted if an illegal immigrant who is fighting him twists his fingers. And I'm like, this is insane. This is insane that they're even having this argument and saying, oh, a minor aggression by someone doesn't dictate whether they get deported or not. The fuck it doesn't. If you are here on a visa or on any sort of thing and you commit a crime, you should be deported. Okay? I don't understand. It's so stupid. Everything is just dumb. Literally everything about this country right now is dumb. Okay? I don't know what happened with the inflation numbers, the CPI. Didn't that CPI index come out this morning? Let me see. Inflation cooled down to 4.9%. Okay, so we're still higher, than we were. Well, are we higher than we were a year ago? I don't know. Let me see. Yeah. We certainly are. Maybe not a year ago. I can't tell us. Well, yeah. 2020 before COVID, inflation was like near 0%. Inflation slowed for the 10th straight month in April. A closely watched report on Wednesday showed good news for American families struggling under the burden of higher costs, and for policymakers in Washington as they try to wrangle rapid price increases. The consumer price index climbed 4.9% in April from a year earlier. Larry sent a Cash App. Thank you. By the way, we're doing a giveaway at the end of the show today. If you want to be entered in that giveaway, do what Larry just did. Click the link that's in the chat right there. The link that's in the chat, you could do Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. $10 or more gets you an entry. So if you do 20, you get 2 entries, 30, 3 entries, 100, is 10 entries. And then you will get a chance to win an iPad. We're going to do the drawing live after the show concludes pretty soon. That's why I'm walking through it pretty quick. And yeah, it's my shitter fund. So basically, I'm going to build a bathroom in my warehouse so that way I don't have to come home and I could do the show from there and have more time and have it be a better show. And I'll just stay up there instead of having to drive back and forth from my job. But yeah. So if you want to support that, or if you don't even want the iPad or a laptop, because you could choose which one you want, then you could just, send a Cash App, Venmo, Super Chat, whatever. Not Super Chats. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, or credit card through the link in the chat. And because it definitely helps me, and I need your support. And if we keep getting these every day, if, like, for example, say I do $100 in these after all fees and all that stuff, I'll do a show every single day if you guys want. I mean, if you don't want, there's 264 of you that are watching right now. If you guys want me to continue doing shows, and that doesn't include Rumble, consider doing like $10, $5, $10, $100, $5,000, $27,432, like whatever you want to do. Did I say shitter fund? Yeah, it is. It literally is my shitter fund because I'm trying to build a bathroom in the warehouse, because you guys know I have 2 warehouses in Winchester, right? So I've got the one warehouse I subleased out because I didn't think I was going to use it, and then I have the other warehouse which doesn't have a shitter in it. And I could, probably talk to the other people and be like, hey, I want to use a shitter, but I'm not going to, because that's just weird. So right now, that's literally what I'm using the profit from. Someone said, keep doing your show. Sonny said, keep doing your show. Hey, if you guys want me to keep doing a live stream during the day, possibly one at night, consider. I know it's fucking petty, or it's not petty. What is a word? It sucks. I hate doing it to ask you guys to support the stream, but if you want me to keep doing it, do it. And also make sure you join our locals, which you could find on, I think I also have a link on the link tree for our locals. You should join that. April writes every day on locals. You should join that as well. That is also a good way to support us. But yeah, it's just crazy shit. This country is just fucking bonkers right now. And I just saw something, this security warning, starting this morning in RGV McAllen Station, all Border Patrol details are canceled. 90% of each shift must report to the staging area in McAllen. This leaves only 5 agents on each shift to patrol 50 miles of river. They might as well raise the white flag. It's done. Everyone will get away. Aliens will come pouring over to the border. I know you will be out there, so be careful. Go armed. Don't go alone. There will literally be no one out there to help you, and the cartels will take advantage. That is apparently a message to a security warning to employees at SpaceX, which is crazy. I didn't even know SpaceX was on our border. But if you are not on Twitter, I know a lot of people hate Twitter. If you are not on Twitter right now, you really, really should be, because Twitter is the only source really for news anymore. And yeah, you're going to get the lefty spin and stuff, but I think it's one of the clearest platforms for honest debate, regardless of what side you're on. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. I've grown to like Twitter more and more each day. Granted, I hate the lefties. You know what I mean? And sometimes, even though I don't follow people, they still show up, which really annoys me. Or but that's annoying. Someone said, did I have to put what platform I'm watching on? I didn't know. Sometimes you do. No, not really, because I'm just going to announce it. And if you do Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, or the credit card, I'm going to be able to find out who you are anyway, and then do it. And then you're just going to choose when you do the giveaway, when you enter in by clicking one of the links that are in your chat right now or the description of this video. When you do the giveaway, the only thing you have to do, you can write whether you want an iPad or laptop, because that's what I'm going to ask you. And they're brand new. It's a brand new iPad, brand new laptop. What else is going on today? I mean, the border thing is definitely the biggest story that's not getting a lot of play right now, because it really is. It's quite crazy, just the sheer amount of people that are built up on the other side and that are waiting to cross into this country. And when people say it's going to be an invasion, it's going to be an invasion. I don't care who you are, you know, or which way you believe. And even if you believe that, you know, we should be doing everything we can to help all these people that are trying to come into America. And I kind of align with that way of thinking a little bit. Okay. And hear me out, because I believe America should be the land where everybody wants to get to. It should be the prosperous land where you have a possibility of succeeding in life. I believe that is this country. And so I don't fault people for wanting to get here. I just wish they got here the right way. And who are we to say they're not coming in the right way when our government is not telling them it's the wrong way? You know what I mean? When you know you have illegal people that are here, and keep in mind, there's different types of illegal. You have illegal people that are coming into the United States, and then you have, then they're giving court. Did you hear that they're giving court dates? 2027. So the way it works is when these people are crossing into the United States, they cross into the United States, they wait to be intercepted by Border Patrol. They're processed in. Border Patrol does whatever kind of background they do, and they say, I'm seeking asylum, I can't go home, blah, blah, blah. And then they're released with a court date. That court date is how they would do their asylum claim, right? So they go in front of an immigration judge and say their asylum claim, and then they would either be granted asylum or temporary asylum, or it would be pending, or they're ordered deported at that point. What is insane to me is that we already know that 60% of all those people who come into the country and get those court dates never show up to court, and they're just here illegally. When you miss the court date, boom, you're back illegal because you missed your court date. When in that limbo period from when you come into the United States, you're processed out by Border Patrol, and then you're released onto the streets with that court date. That period in between the court date, you're here legally. You cannot be expelled from this country unless you go and commit a crime and you're not in this, a safe city, whatever it is, the immigration safe city. If you're not in one of those areas, then you're safe, essentially. You know what I mean? Safe haven, whatever it's called. But here's the craziest thing to me about this whole thing. I heard today that they are now, there's so many people crossing the border that they are giving people court dates for 2027. That's 4 years from now that they're getting their initial appearances to go and answer why they're seeking asylum, which is fucking insane. Does anybody not understand how insane that is? 4 years that they're going to be in here. Keep in mind, they can't work. They can't do anything. They don't have any paperwork to be able to legally work in the United States. So the only thing they're doing is they're going to come here, they're going to suck up all the resources because they're not allowed to legally work. So, and they're going to be taken advantage of, no matter who, whether it's cheap labor of people hiring them because they're cheap, or the sex trades or whatever else is going to happen. It's literally, we are trafficking people. We are the biggest trafficker right now by not securing our border, and that's the truth. As much as everyone wants to be like, my personal belief is if we had the resources and the time and the funds, I would try to house as many people as we could and give the opportunity for them to be successful. For one, why wouldn't we, right? If we give them all Social Security numbers and they can legally work in the United States, guess what that means? Tax dollars coming in, right? That's beautiful. That means maybe my tax burden would lessen, right? Because if we have a million people, a million new taxpayers in one day, can you imagine? It would be great. But unfortunately, that's not what happens. We get criminals that are coming, and those are only the people that are turning themselves in for asylum. It's been said that up to 25%. So say you have 100,000 people that are coming into the United States and being captured, right? They're not being captured. They're turning themselves in. it's being said that up to a third, so 33,000 out of every 100,000 people are crossing into the United States and never being apprehended. They're called gotaways. That is people that are caught on camera or caught on sensors. They know they're there. They don't have the resources to go capture them, and then they get away when they finally do deploy the resources out there. That is 33,000 for every 100,000 people that are coming into the United States are believed to have just gotten away. Never had any police interaction. And then you have the other ones that are truly not even, being detected by border or camera or radar or helicopter or anything. The people that are coming in through the tunnels or the containers or however they're coming in, those people, which are probably, most likely, I would say terrorists, because why are you going to go through that? You can literally walk across our border right now. So why are you going to hide in the back of a container and be smuggled into the United States? It doesn't make any sense unless you have something to hide, or that you're going to be processed. They're going to find out that you're some banger or something like that, and they're going to, get you out. Someone said mortgage companies are doing loans for them too. I haven't heard that, but how are they going to do that? If they can't, if they have no Social Security, how are mortgage companies giving them loans? That's what I don't understand. I saw someone else say that yesterday, but I don't know how they could do that if they don't have any Social Security numbers or any identifiers or anything like it. You know what I mean? So I don't really know. I mean, what do we know right now, right? Do we know anything? Probably not. I don't know anything anymore. I really don't. It's so fucking stupid. It's so stupid. Holy cow. We got, who was this? Linda and Terry, both with, Linda has 5 entries. Terry has 4 entries for their big PayPals. I appreciate you guys. And then also Valerie with 2, Shelly with 1, and Larry with 1. I'll add your names to the spreadsheet that I already have made here in a minute. When we do the giveaway, we're still a little bit of ways away from doing the giveaway. If you want a chance to win an iPad, or you don't give a shit about any of that, you just want to support this show because you miss me and you think I'm awesome and you just miss me talking all the time, or you just want to see Antifa people or lefties get really pissed off because I'm making money and able to do this every single day, you can use the links that are in the chat right here, which is a Cash App, PayPal, credit card, or Venmo, and contribute whatever you want. I mean, our biggest contribution ever is $2,500 at one time. If someone wants to try to beat that, go for it. You know what I mean? You could have an award. I'll write for the next 60 days on every single show. I'll be like, this show is sponsored by, and whatever name you want, as long as it's, not going to get me banned. But yeah, who wants to sponsor the show for the next 60 days? Look at this fucking video. This is insane. This audio sucks, but look, this is the border this morning. Mainstream media is not going to cover that. And that's only just a small segment of this. What's happening now is just fucking insane. It's so insane. It's so insane. Someone said that's a government's estimate, not mine. I'd say 5 million gotaways. Yeah, it's like 1.2 million getaways. Someone said, is it too late to watch 2,000 Mules? Yeah, too late to actually give a fuck. Here's the thing. I don't care whether you're Republican or Democrat. If you believe that any politician has any shred of credibility, you're fucking stupid. I'll be honest. I don't even care. And yes, Donald Trump is a politician. Am I going to vote for him? Yep. But is he a politician? Does he fit that bill? Yeah. And did I have a moment where I was like, I can't vote for the guy? Right? And all of you guys know that. I lost viewers over it because I was like, I can't vote for this guy because I believe he's going to have this shadow over him that nobody's ever going to be able to conquer. They're not going to look at anything good or anything else, that he accomplishes in the White House. And then I realized, listen, I looked at it at a much higher level, right? If they are doing everything they can to ensure that this guy never runs for office again, it's probably because they don't like the direction that he wants to take America, right? Well, the only alternative right now is the direction we're currently going in. And I don't believe the direction we're currently going in is one that is sustainable for this country or us or me or you or human or the world. I don't believe it. So the only thing I can do, the only way I can fight back against what's happening now to our country is to vote for someone who clearly wants to do the opposite of what's happening now. And that is why I will cast my vote for him. And it became solidified when they indicted him on the bullshit, charges that they did. As soon as they did that, I was like, okay. And keep in mind, they indicted Donald Trump on charges that he paid out a legal payment to somebody else, and that a lawyer who wrote down, and I'm not even getting into that. Fuck it. I don't care. They're all corrupt as fuck. They're all corrupt as fuck. I don't care. I don't care about Hunter Biden's Joe Biden bullshit. I don't care about George Santos unless, like, if they said today that this was because he ran the illegal GoFundMe and stole all the veterans' money, yeah, then I would be really, but I don't care about it all. They're all corrupt. Look at any single fucking politician. They're all corrupt. Lindsey Graham has talked shit about Trump, and then he's Trump's biggest fan. Mark Meadows talked shit about Donald Trump, and now he's Trump's biggest fan. He said, not Mark Meadows, Kevin McCarthy. He's done the same thing. Every single politician has done it. They all turn their back on him, then they turn back, and then they turn back, and then they turn back, and then they keep going, and they go back and forth, and blah, blah, blah. And that's what they do because they're stupid, just like that dog right there, right? He's the new fixture in this show. He's the new fixture. Bragg said he's going to put him, going to get him one way or the other. Yeah, and again, I don't even care. I don't even care. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing. Why should I care about any politician being, indicted or arrested, right? Because they're literally arresting people that are defending themselves. I keep going back to the Texas one where the guy was seeing a shoplifter brutalizing two women, and he shot and killed the shoplifter, and he was charged with capital murder. And I just can't go. It's so hard and so difficult for me to actually give two fucks about any of these politicians now. I'll be honest. I don't care about George Soros. I don't care about any of these shitheads. You know what's going to end up happening? And I'll give a premonition, right? You know what's going to end up happening? Probably 5-10 years from now, if we still have this country, you're going to get a bunch of people that finally decide and talk their wives into allowing them to run for office. And they're going to run for office, and they're going to tear down this thing, metaphorically speaking. They're going to disrupt everything. Like when someone says, I reclaim my time, they're going to flip the fuck out. When they're holding some press briefing, they're going to run across the street, run across during stupid press briefings while they're all like Hunter Biden's accounts, blah, blah, blah. And they're going to open their shirt and show their fucking ripped chest. And it's going to be like, fuck you all. Like, you know what I mean? Like that someday we're going to have politicians that actually represent Americans, right? That may not represent the majority of Americans, but yes, I do have a recurring dream that's my way of telling, the American public that, hey, I'm not a corrupt ass politician like these fuckers. It's a dream, whatever. And I said ripped chest too. I had to add that in there. I do not have a ripped chest. I'm big as fuck, but not a ripped chest. But you know what I mean? I don't know. It's everything that's happening right now in this country is so beyond me. That people don't even care. Someone said, so then what? We just continue and stand by and watch our country burn down? There's nothing that can be done. Do you guys not understand? There's nothing that can be done right now. What would you do? What can anybody do right now? You can try to elect the next bozo who's going to come into the office and is not going to do anything. And depending on who it's going to be, we're going to have someone that's just working in a retaliatory fashion. And I don't necessarily think Donald Trump will do this, but it is my fear that if he was to get reelected, right, and he was to start in 2024, that the first 3 years would not be about building up America to what it could be. It would be retaliatory. Again, and it's just like what the GOP did. We take back the House, and what do? We set up all these committees, and the weaponization of the federal government and the border patrol, border crisis, and all that stuff. And we don't actually provide any legislation that's going to change anything. We just point out the opposite shit that the left was saying, and we say, no, look what the left does. And then when the left becomes in power, look what the right does. And then when the right becomes in power, look what the left does. And it's this never-ending cycle of fucking stupid assholes that control this country, while you and me are the ones that contribute and then vote for them because, well, the lesser of two evils. Get the fuck out of here. If we could get to the point where we could just vote, say it was like Joe Biden, Donald Trump, or fucking nobody. Literally there was a nobody check mark, right? And then we just go and you have to fight in the streets when you want legislation passed, right? You want gun control, you got to come see me out, we'll duel for it. You know what I mean? That's what we should have, right? Because it's just stupid. I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed. You know, but it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. We're just going to keep trying to do, keep trying and keep on, keep it on, or something like that. But I don't know. Someone said it makes no sense. Why do we have the Constitution and the Bill of Rights? Well, that's what it was for. It was the Constitution and the Bill of Rights was an attempt to circumvent what is happening to this country. And I believe the founding fathers all said that too. They knew this was going to happen. And that's why they put all these conditions, in the Constitution, right? And all these protections or what were supposed to be protections. And it doesn't matter because we just, change them. We enact it into law, we encode it, and then we all just have to fucking suffer the consequences from these ass faces. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is. I'm telling you. I try to be nice and all that, but I'm having a hard time doing it today. Let me put this here, Terry. So you did 4, right? Yep. And then we've got Linda G. And then you did 5. Boom, 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 boom. And I know there was just one more I saw. Whoops. Boom, 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 boom. Who is this one? You were too low, Sheila. I thank you for your contribution, though. It's $10 or more if you want to be entered for the giveaway. $10 or more. And you have a little bit of time. I'm just trying to get this set up. Did anyone watch the show that I just played all night long on YouTube? I just put it on repeat and just literally played it all night long. Did anyone watch that last night? You should let me know in the chat. And should I do that again with this show? Which you guys would probably be like, nah, don't do it. I'm watching it right now. But because I cannot do a show tonight. I got to take my son to martial arts because my wife has like a ceremony thing for my other kid. Valerie, you actually have 2. I messed that up. And then Shelly, you have 1. And then Larry, you have 1. I think you had 1 yesterday, but all right. Let me make sure we don't have any Venmos. We do. 1. Uno. And that was Sean with a Venmo. All right. So we're going to do a giveaway in just a few minutes. Just a few minutes. Tricky said yes. Are you saying yes, I should just play it over this one again last night? You should. Or maybe I will. I don't know. But I can't do a live stream tonight because, like I said, I'm taking my son to martial arts and all that stuff. Tonight's sparring night, so we're going to watch him. Another way to support this as well is to do what the Nightbot suggested. Go over to Pure Truth Coffee and buy some stuff. Buy some coffee. If you buy any of our, the non-classics, it ships automatically. The classics, I still package and ship them. They take a little bit to do. But I'm trying to get better. I just ordered more, pardon my French, which should come tomorrow. So we should have that all for you, which is pretty good. Let's see. All right, you guys ready? Oh, fuck. Hold on, I got to delete all these names. This is the old one. Bam. And then I got to shuffle. All right, you guys ready? We're doing the giveaway right now. This is who, this right here is for the winner. Right? Everyone's name is in here. As you can see, there's a lot of you. And we're spinning. Whoever it lands on is the person that wins. And if you want a laptop, you can have the laptop. If you want a tablet, you can have the tablet. Judy. She had really good odds. I'll be honest. Judy had really good odds because she had 10 entries. She did a $100 one yesterday. So shout out, everyone applaud Julie. You just won an iPad or a tablet, whichever one or a iPad or a laptop. You let me know. And someone said you should, more views. Yeah, I mean, this show kind of sucked. The first part was good, but then it kind of became an advertisement, which is not what I like. Judy. Let me find you. Judy. Payment received right there from you. Now I'm going to email you right there and be like, you won the iPad or laptop. Congrats. Send address. I can't type address. And let me know whether you want iPad or laptop. All right. So, Judy, congratulations. She is the victor for the day. How many at work that can't listen? Yeah, I mean, I'll do it. I'll just replay it at 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock, and I'll just do it from 8 to 4 every day. It's easy, and then I just delete it in the morning. And like yesterday, someone did a $10 super chat. So I made $10 for letting it play without me doing anything. It was fucking beautiful. I mean, what more could you ask for? Well, I didn't make $10. I only made $6.66. Because is that what it is? I don't know. But yeah, because YouTube takes so much. I thought more people were going to want to enter into the laptop giveaway. You know, who knows the dog's name? It's God rides a Harley. Are you kidding me right now? You don't know this dog's name? Like, bro, it's like literally in your name. Watch. Harley. Harley, what's up? There's another one sleeping there. You can't even see her. She's fucking lazy. Look at, see, there's another one right next to her. Harley. Who's that? Who's that? Want to see him freak out? Who's that? Yeah, I swear sometimes he looks at this and just is like, Dad's being stupid again. See, he doesn't care. He's the laziest dog. He's the laziest dog in the world. But yeah, they're good doggies. They're good doggies. But yeah, man, I think that's it for today. I think I pretty much expressed myself in the way that I see fit. So what I'll do, just like everyone said, is I'll either do this one or I may do another one. I don't know, because I may have like an hour to kill later. And so maybe I'll record another show and if I can. So make sure at 8 o'clock, well, here's how you'll know. If at 8 o'clock it goes live to all the channels, then it'll be a live show, or not a live show, but it'll be a brand new show. If it's only on YouTube, then that means it's just a replay of this, okay? And if you guys want to support the stream, click the link in the chat, click the link in the description. I'm going to be plugging this a lot. No, fuck you. That's not it. Whatever. That's all the names that I put in there. But I can't delete any of these either. Not that it matters, really. See, and now I just showed it on the screen too. These are all the names of the people that were entered into the giveaway, and that's how I do it. So you could see like Deborah had 2. You see Brett had 10 because he did $100. Judy had 10 because she did $100. So, and it didn't even take them all. But anyway, the link for this, if you want to support the show, you could do that. Judy won, Pam. Judy won. She's a longtime viewer too. So I love it when it's longtime viewers that win. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I will see all of you tomorrow or something the next time I see you. Okay. And like I said, check at 8 when you see that I go live. If it is me again talking just like this, then you'll know it's just a record. It's just this replaying. If it's me talking about something else, then you'll know it's a brand new one that I'll just replay over and over and over. Okay. All right. Bye.